Welcome to Tuesday Talk. Our topic for today will be to review our monthly parent involvement documentation. We'd also like for you to note that parent involvement has been renamed Family Engagement for the 2017 school year. So please pause for just 2 minutes and open up your Office 365 monitoring folder. When you open up your Office 365 Family Engagement folder, it of course will say your school name. This is my master copy. So these are the folders that you will see. What we're going to focus on today is the monthly activities and the workshop summary form, as well as the rationale and request process. When you click into the monthly activities, let's go to the sample work first. Each person will be required to put in their family engagement monthly activity checklist. These are our SANE documents. Everyone will be required to have sign-in sheets for their activities, an agenda, their meeting notes, PowerPoints, pictures, video if you want to upload that, handouts, also the notification with the dated flyers, the website, parent links, emails, QR codes, and for the evidence, the workshop summary and the parent survey. So everyone will be required to use the monthly activities checklist and put it on top of your information. All right, when we go back to the sample work folder, there is a monthly activity here that we're going to open up. For many of you, you'll need to come over here to the 3 dots, which are called ellipses, and download that. Once you download it, you can see. Amanda was kind enough to let us use an example from Bryant. She did some behavior strategies with her families. She has her agenda. She has the workshop strategies that and handout that she gave to her parents. She has the sign-in. Here is the PowerPoint. She just copied them several to a page. That's the rest of the PowerPoint. And then she had some additional strategies that she gave to the parents. And here is her flyer. Here is just the tallied sheet of her English and Spanish families together. Here's her Spanish translation. Some things that she could have added could have been some pictures. You have to advertise in multiple ways, so it would be good if she actually had her call outs or her class dojo or one other way that she contacted families to let them know. If you send out multiple flyers, just put up how many flyers you sent. And then here, you actually have the 6 standards to build capacity. The workshop summary form. This is the old form for 2015-16, but a lot of you have got to remember that your administrators have to actually sign here. There have been several changes this year, so we're going to go back to our Office 365 folder and look to see what the changes are. The biggest thing I want you to notice is that the monthly activities needs to be named here, and you can have all of the documents be scanned at one time so that you can just name it Parent Literacy Workshop, Parent Behavior Workshop, whatever it is that you are facilitating or that is in your parent activities plan. That's what you want to put here. We're asking that there be 6 a minimum of 6 activities each year. There's 10 months in a school year, so 6 activities is definitely doable. So make sure those are here. Okay, we're going to go back to the monthly activities. Here is October. You'll notice that my October folder is actually empty, but I will just go here and upload it. So now let's take a moment to actually look at the new 2017 workshop summary form. Okay, the one thing that I want you guys to notice is that it has the Engage One logo. Keep it there for us, pretty please, and the 2016-17. The biggest thing that has changed is the academic indicator this year. You will simply tell us what content area you are going to, how this is going to support the parents. We just all finished our compacts. So in the compacts, you had, math classes will help with fact fluency, and perhaps you've talked with your teachers and realized that your parents need some support with math. So you decided, hey, I'm going to order some different activities, or we're going to have a math night to support our parents. Then you would just write math here, but it has to be a core content. If it is not a core content, then you would just simply leave it blank. If it is not a core content, yes, you may still use the workshop summary form. Yes, you may still put it into your Office 365 folder, but that opportunity is more than likely not going to be Title I allowable. So if you would like pre-approval, this is how you get your pre-approval for your activities. Here, it also requests that you have a rationale and request approval date. This is also new. This rationale and request goes to your Title I supervisor. I get all of these for the middle and high schools, but for the elementary schools, it'll actually go to Dr. White, Jim Milliman, or Lou Ferretti, and we have a new staff member that'll be coming on shortly, which will take the schools from Vicki Page. So this will go directly to them. I do see all of them, so I'm able to provide input, but your supervisor will actually approve these. So let's pretend that we are going to host a math night. So what we can actually do is we'll do this together. I edited in the browser. It looks kind of weird in the browser, but it's okay, don't worry. I'm going to say that we're going to host math night, and that it is going to be at 6 p.m. Oops, sorry. I'm going to have it today, October 10th, and it's going to be at 6 p.m. The presenters, Natalie Hutchins. Audience, kindergarten families. And I'm going to put my rationale and request approval date as, I'm going to also say October 10th. And I'll show you how to put one of those in. The meeting session is going to be math night for kindergarten. And then my school, I always use Skyview Elementary School since that was my home school. Now here, you're going to fill this out just like you normally did. Is it a parent for program? Is it a program for parents? Yes. Am I going to buy materials and training? Yes. I might buy, I'm just going to put math kits, markers, and colored paper. Educating educators, not this time. Transition, no. Understandable communication, I might need to get Spanish and Portuguese interpreters. And was this an activity that my parents had previously requested? Maybe you took a survey, and I could say yes from the kindergarten family survey. And perhaps from the input meeting for 2016. You'll fill the information out here. All the documents that you're going to send and upload, you would mark them here. So you just simply, mark I have all of these. I have my sign-in sheet. I have my agenda. I have my materials for handout. I don't have the parents' evaluation yet because we haven't done it. Documentation of advertisement. Sure, I have a flyer. I did a call out. Now, this is where things are going to look different. I noticed that it's automatically saved, so there's not anything that I have to do. So I'm actually going to close this document, and then we'll see what it looks like. Go back to my workshop summary form. And everything's here, all beautiful in this space. Skyview Elementary, Math Night for Kindergarten. I didn't write down the activity that we're doing. Maybe we're doing number facts. It's going to be on October 10th, which is today at 6 p.m. I'm going to facilitate it, kindergarten families, and the rationale and request. And this is where you'll normally type all of your information. The parent facilitator now has to sign it, and the administrator now has to sign it. Once you complete this, if you are the person that's responsible for asking for funds because I need to buy all these materials and I need to pay a teacher, then I need to know how much this is going to cost. And once I realize how much it's going to cost, now I'm going to go and put in the rationale and request. Okay. Each school has their own rationale and request, and this is a quick form. It's just like our help desk link. You can get this from your bookkeeper or your administrator. But if you are not the person that's responsible for putting in requests for your parent involvement funds, then you will just give the workshop summary to your bookkeeper or to your principal, whoever is responsible, and they will fill this out. So it's really important that you fill out that workshop summary because it is identical to this form. So here, I am actually going to choose Hawthorne, which is one of the places where we're located, so that I don't mess up one of our schools. And I'm just using this as an example. I'm going to put my name. Actually, it's last name first. So Hutchins, Natalie. My email address, natalie.hutchins@cobbk12.org. I'm going to put that I'm the parent facilitator. Then I'm going to choose how I'm going to pay. Is this my school-wide money or my parent involvement? Everybody is going to be using their parent involvement money. So I would click parent involvement money. How much is it going to be for all of those? We're only going to put the dollar amount, nothing else. I'm going to say it's going to cost $823.26. So that's how much it's going to cost. The vendor name, you are buying a lot of supplies. So that's probably going to be an Office Max purchase. So I'm going to put Office Max there. And it's actually Office Max Office Depot. So that's who we'll use. The items purchased, this is where I'll put colored paper. Colored paper. I can't remember what else we said. I don't know, something else. If you need drinks, then that might be Walmart. It's good that you're going to have to do the drinks and things separately. So that's good that we're actually going through this. So the drinks I'm going to take off because we're only going to put the things from Walmart. Now, from Office Depot, if you need to have this request to go in for Walmart, then you're going to have to do a separate one for Walmart. Some of you pay your teachers. If you're going to pay teachers, then the vendor will actually be Cobb County Schools, and you would say teacher stipends because you're going to be paying your teachers to teach the class. How are you going to pay? If you're paying teachers, you might need to request a check. They will never get anything off the procurement card or the purchase order. So this is something you'd have to ask your bookkeeper, but more than likely your bookkeeper will be putting this in for you. The purpose of the training, this is where it's very important. Here it's parent involvement. You must use the parent involvement button because the parent involvement button is going to take you to the workshop summary form that you can just print out. If you don't use the parent involvement button, it's going to ask you questions that really aren't going to. So the parent involvement is there. Make sure everything that has that red asterisk is all filled out. It's really important that all of these pieces are filled out. I made sure that I had parent involvement in both spaces because parent facilitator, parent involvement here, and parent involvement here is going to make sure that I go to the right set of questions. And there we have it. It actually takes you, I'm going to see if I can open this up just a little bit. And now we have the workshop summary form. The 6 strategies to build parent engagement, check all that apply. You will notice that the academic indicator is here, and we said that we were doing math, so that's what I'll put for math. And you'll notice these actually are the 6 standards, and they do not have the red asterisk. That's because if I have it, we set it as the red asterisk, then you have to fill all of these out, but you might not need to. We said that the program information was for kindergarten parents. And what I would actually do is open up the workshop summary form that we had from before. And you could just copy and paste right here. Just copy and paste back and forth for what you're actually using, which would be easy. Okay, now we're going to go back to the, we'll fill out all of the information that is needed. And last, it asks if this is a subscription. There are some subscriptions that are needed. I said that one of the schools actually has purchased the Spanish and English program. Rosetta Stone. Sorry, it was slipping my mind. They purchased Rosetta Stone. So Rosetta Stone, sometimes you can just buy the bundle of Rosetta Stone, and then there is another set of Rosetta Stone that is a subscription. So if you purchased a subscription, you'd need to answer, yes, I purchased a subscription. And I'm going to show you why. This is very important. We had some other schools that actually purchased SurveyMonkey, which is an annual subscription. We had some that purchased a few different things that are subscriptions for parents. There are some parent involvement programs out there that may require a subscription. If it is, we're going to click yes, just because I want to show you the next steps. So yes, it is a subscription. And then it's going to take you to the last and final piece. And this is very important. Subscription information. Please remember that the grant year for any and all subscriptions is October 1st, which is this month, 2016, through September 30th, 2017. Any and all subscriptions are subject to the grant year and may not roll into the next year. This is very, very important. Our money comes around October, November, and it ends in September. If you've purchased something like SurveyMonkey or Rosetta Stone, you want to ensure that your families are able to use those items in August and September. So you must make sure that they end September 30th. If they end after September 30th, this request will not be approved. And you don't want them to end earlier than September the 30th because your families won't be able to use them when they get back. So here you're going to put the beginning. I'm going to say October 10th because that's today, 2016, and then I'm going to say September 30th, and I'm going to put 2017. This is very important that this matches. That way you won't get any interruptions. So I'm going to submit, and then it simply says, do you want to submit another response? The very cool thing about this is that I'm going to get an email letting me know that I actually sent it, and then I'm going to wait a few days and my Title I supervisor will let me know that they approved it or didn't. And I'll show you what that email looks like now. Okay, so I was the person that submitted this, and all of my information is going to come right to me because the requester was Natalie Hutchins, and I sent it to my personal email so I can see everything that I just sent. So if you're the person that's actually putting this in, you're going to get the response. If your bookkeeper's putting it in, you're going to get the response. And then one of your supervisors will send you an email back in a few days and say, yes, it's approved, or no, it's not. If you don't hear back from them in a couple of days, you can pick up the phone and follow up. But that is the rationale and request that is required this year anytime you spend funds for parent involvement. If you're not spending any funds for parent involvement, you don't need the rationale and request. Everyone needs the workshop summary with both the parent facilitator signature and the principal's signature on it. And everything needs to be uploaded every month. This year, you are not sending anything to me unless it is actually on this sticker, the checklist sticker that is on your yellow and blue envelopes. Okay, I'm sorry that I went over my 15 minutes. I try to keep mine short to 15 minutes of fame. Today it was about 20 minutes. The only other thing I'd like for you to notice is that our Title I website or web link has actually been shortened. You will notice that on the November checklist, it actually says central office / Title I. I've been trying to get this shortened, and the county was gracious enough to just let us go to Cobb County K-12 / title and the number 1. So make sure you have that on your websites. I look forward to being with everybody tomorrow.